What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Hey, nah, that's not my intro. That's Berleezy. Hello, hello. Don't worry, it's Joe. What's good, everybody? Man, um, I don't even know what to say, but let's just get right up into this video. So, I was at work today, and I was thinking about like where I am in life and stuff like that, and just thinking about I was being appreciative of where I'm at right now, especially since at the job I work at right now, I really didn't want to work there to start off, but I knew I need to do something. Especially with no other job opportunities coming through, I'm appreciative that I do have that job and that I did get that job. But anyways, I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, so like what happened to get me to this point? How did I get to where I'm at? And I was just thinking about all the decisions I've been making, all the decisions I've made, and I kind of realized I was rushing. I was since I turned 18. I've been trying to rush to success. I've been trying to find the quickest way to make six figures, quickest way to become a millionaire, quickest way. I've been trying to find the quickest way to do everything. I never wanted to be patient. I never wanted to do something steady. I always wanted to do it quick, 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 quick. Um, and a lot of that was due to pride, because I thought I was, I thought I was like the chosen one, which, like, I thought like I was like better. I guess I thought I was better than I really was. You know what I'm saying? I seen my skills and stuff I had, and I'm like, well, if other people fail, that's because they're not me and they don't have the same skills. So I know I can make it because of the skills. But you got to understand, it's not always about skills to get you where you're at. Because I still do believe I have. As I look around, I'm being honest. I see other people, the skills that they have, and I'm like, I have more skill than that guy. But the important part is the hard work and actually sticking in and being able to go through something. Because you're never going to be able to go through anything in life just worry free, scot free, like just easy path, and you're not going to have no type of difficulty or anything like that. Skill is really like 10% of the battle, honestly. The main thing is the hard work, the dedication, and the sticking in to where you can actually see the results of your labor. But one thing I kind of realized, that wasn't the first thing I realized. The one thing I realized was like, okay, I made a lot of mistakes. And even when I made those mistakes, my problem was that I tried to fix the mistakes. So good job. I tried to fix the mistakes. But I tried to fix the mistakes too quick to make it seem like they never happened. So if I ended up in debt, I'd be like, okay, well, all I had to do is work this much and put in this many hours, and I can pay that off within a month or two. If I just grind really, really hard, it's possible. Um, if I like that was really the main thing, debt probably. Um, or just trying to save up, like, man, I haven't been saving up money for the last 6 months because I want to move out. Okay, well, if I work really hard for the next 2 months, 3 months, if I make such and such amount of money, then I'll be able to move out in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to do that. And that's never gonna work. So I'm coming here to tell you guys, look, if you made mistakes in the past, you're not gonna be able to just work your ass off all of a sudden and just make it seem like it never happened. Now you might do it. You know what I'm saying? It will not happen most of the time, but maybe you do it one or two times. But you're gonna think that you can do that all the time. No, it's not sustainable. It is not a recipe for success. You need to be doing what you're supposed to be doing in the first place, so that you don't make mistakes. But obviously, look, everybody's gonna make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It's inevitable. Every single person that's ever lived has made a mistake. But here's what you do when you make a mistake. Don't make when you make the mistake, don't make the same mistake I did. You know what I'm saying? Trying to rush back and just like try to get everything back all at once. No. Understand you made the mistake, accept it, and then just take your lumps. But don't try to do too much extra, and just work 10 times harder than you need to. No. Do what you should have been doing in the first place and gradually work your way back up. Because, like I said, when I would get in debt and I try to work really hard, you know what I'm saying? I would either work really hard and try to make the money, but then quickly I see that everything's not in my control. And as much as I thought I could work super duper hard, the money it wasn't as easy to make it back as I thought it would be. Because if it was that easy, I would have been able to just do that in the first place, and I probably wouldn't have been in debt. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be as easy to just make your way back. But number two, even if you do work super duper really hard, you're gonna burn yourself out, and then you're not even gonna be when it's time to. You might actually catch up, but once you catch up, you're gonna be completely out of energy, completely drained, and then you're going to be back in debt again, or in whatever issue you were doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using the analogy. It's like if you were running a race and you were just, messing around the whole first time, and you're like, oh man, you're in the last place, which is like, those guys aren't too far ahead of me. I'm good. I can keep chilling. Until finally you're like, oh shoot, you know what? Let me try to turn it up now. Let me sprint. They got too far away, and you try to catch up. Yeah, you might catch up. You see, I'm with the pack now. Well, the pack, they were pacing themselves, and right when you catch up, they turn it up and they start sprinting too. So now you're right back in the back, right, pretty much in the same position where you were before. You know what I'm saying? Or even like in football, if you're a football person, you played bad the whole first half, even the first 3 quarters or whatever. You threw your throwing picks. You gave up. It's 28-0 at halftime, or like the Patriots and the Falcons. It's 28-0 at halftime, and you think, okay, well, if they score 28 in the first half, we can too. We can come back. You know what I'm saying? So you might come back. You might rally, and you might tie up the game. But the other team, okay, they let you score your 28 points. You tied up the game. Now they start scoring again. You know what I'm saying? Now they make adjustments. They stop making mistakes, and they go score. You know what I'm saying? You could have won if you played mistake-free football, but mistake-free football is rare. Hey, shout out to the Patriots that they came back and won that Super Bowl or whatever. But that is not that's not a recipe for success. You don't want to be out down 28-0 or 28-3 at any point in the game. It's the same thing with life. But how did the Patriots get back in that game? It was one play at a time. It was step by step. They didn't just go out there and say, okay, let me throw a deep ball 80 yards down the field for the first play because we need to get No. You have to play the way that you're supposed to be playing in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say, turn it up a little bit. You need some more urgency. You know what I'm saying? You do need to turn it up. But instead of trying to, if you make a mistake, you try to turn it up times 10. No. Turn it up by times 1.25. And then after you get comfortable with the 1.25, then turn it up to the 1.5. And then slowly, gradually turn it up. And then eventually you might end up at 2 times speed. And then you actually catch up. And then you can gradually slow it down too. So everybody else is on 1 time speed. You're on 1.75, 1.5, 1.25, as you slow it down. And then eventually you might get to the front. Or you might never get to the front. Because that's the thing. If you made mistakes in the past already, you're probably not going to get first. If everybody else is doing what they're supposed to be doing, you're probably not going to be able to get first place in that race. But you don't have to be in last place still. You know what I'm saying? And these are just analogies for life. You know what I'm saying? Use them and apply them to your life as it fits the narrative. But yeah, we all make all types of mistakes. We all mess up. But don't just sit and wallow in your mistakes, and don't try to do too much to try to make that comeback. You know what I'm saying? You might be in a little bit of financial trouble because you made bad decisions, and then you start trying to gamble. Oh, well, if I just put, if I put $20 a week, and if one bet, if I just put small bets and then eventually one of them hits, a big bet hits, I get out of this hole pretty quick. No. Put down the fucking Prize Picks, the DraftKings, the sleeper. No, you need to go to work. That's how you got into this mess before. You're taking too many risks. If you take risks and they weren't working, you don't keep taking risks. You need to go to work. Instead of putting all your money into Prize Picks or whatever, how about you put that into a savings account for now? Go get you a second job. No, actually, no. Don't put it into a savings account. Pay off the debt that you already have. That's your problem. Pay off the debt you already have. Why are you trying to gamble and trying to get it all back at once? No, you already tried to take your risk and you messed up. Now it's time to play it safe the way that you're supposed to play it in the beginning. Look, I'm all for risk taking. I'd like to take risks. You know what I'm saying? I'm never trying to live in fear. But after you take that risk and it fails and you crash and burn, now it's time to do things the safe way. All right? You need to do things the safe way until you have enough, until you have enough margin for error, I guess. There's a better word. Risk aversion? I don't know. Whatever the word is. Until you have enough ability to start taking risks again. You need to play it the safe way. Build yourself back up to a stable place. And when you build yourself up, you're going to learn. You're going to see, okay, you know what? Maybe I don't need to be that risky. I like taking risks, but I don't need to be that risky. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you need to learn. Stop trying to keep taking more risk and more risk and more risk. If it just hits one time out, no. Play it safe. You already took your risk. You failed. All right? You don't have no margin for error. Get back on that horse. Save up your money. You know what I'm saying? Get back to where you're trying to get to. And then you can start taking risks again and take smarter risks this time. Be more intelligent with the things that you do. But honestly, that's really all I had to say. You know what I'm saying? Apparently I talked for 10 minutes already. It doesn't feel like I talked for 10 minutes. So time is going by. Oh, and I'll just say I had one little quick tidbit before I go. This is something that I've been doing. It's my little whiteboard. It's supposed to be a calendar, but I needed a whiteboard and didn't need a calendar. So I got this right here. If you can see it, it says, what do I need to do today? So every night before I go to sleep, what I like to do is write some stuff down that I need to do for the next day. And I put this little whiteboard right in front of my door. So that way I can't miss it when I walk out. And then this one, it says right here, post content for YouTube, finish the CompTIA ITF. That's some IT stuff, information technology that I'm studying. Little exam, and I had 3 other things on this board, but I already completed them, so I already crossed them out. So this is just some actionable steps that you can take in your life to try to help you do better. Oh, and back to the point. See, I'd be going all over, but back to the point of the whole race analogy and trying to sprint and make your way back up. Yeah. So for me, I was trying to sprint the whole way. You can't do that. You have to pace yourself. All right. Because we're not robots. We can't go and even robots can't go at their top highest speed forever. They even have to slow down and cool down and stuff too. So if the robots can't do it, of course you can't do it. Excuse me. You need to slow down. All right. You need to relax. Make sure you're putting in work. Make sure you're doing something every day, but you don't need to be going at 110% speed at all times. All right. Make sure you're pacing yourself. Find the stuff that you like to do. Find the stuff that you need to do. You need to be going to the gym. You need to be going to work. You need to be saving up some type of money. You need to be having your relationship with God. That's really number one. Pray, read the Bible every day. Even if you only do it for 5-10 minutes, you can build that up. Make sure you're going to work every day. Make sure you're saving up some money, even if it's only $5-10 a day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're doing some type of workout, even if it's some push-ups. Sit-ups, pull-ups, whatever. Make sure you're doing that every day, and make sure you turn up the progress every day or every week, every month. But make sure you keep moving forward. That's the most important thing through all this. You're going to hear me stress it over and over and over again. Keep moving forward. Pace yourself. Look, you might not necessarily know exactly what goals you need to get to, but you know you don't want to be a fat, lazy bum who gets no girls, no wife, no kids. Even you can't even get a pet because the pets don't even want. They'd be ashamed if you were their owner. You feel what I'm saying? You know you don't want that to be your life. So make sure you're doing something to keep you out of that lifestyle. Even if you don't know exactly where you want to go in the future, you don't know exactly what you want to do, you know where you don't want to be. So do whatever you need to do to stay out of that reality. And honestly, bruh, I probably do have more to say, but I don't want to just have you guys sitting here staring at me while I sit here and think. You know what I'm saying? I did that in the last 2 videos, so we can retire that. Not retire it. We'll bring it back, but we can leave that to rest for the next maybe video or 2. You feel what I'm saying? So other than that, as always, like, subscribe, comment, watch another video, boost the algorithms. I'm on TikTok. Worry Joe. I'm on YouTube Shorts. Go watch them YouTube Shorts. Go ahead, like it. Do everything you got to do. Boost the algorithms everywhere. Share these videos. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the love and support. But other than that, I'm going to check you later.